Yeah, so nice. Yeah, so nice.
In a world where nothing is certain,
Alright.
only music can help you to find the right way. The way you should follow today.
Yeah.
This way will take you to the best genres of music from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
I tell you something, you know, every sound pack up.
Party People! In a world where nothing is certain,
Alright.
only music can help you to find the right way. The way you should follow today.
Yeah.
This way will take you to the best genres of music from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
DJ Double G.
I think it's time for Aaron Jones to get a wriggle on. Oh, yeah. Pinch that, that's fine, because the Warriors don't mind Jones getting back on strike.
And having to get a required rate of over 12 in normal conditions is a challenge, a big challenge.
So here's the last one of the 15. I think this would dearly love this to disappear. Moving into space. Hustle for two. Throw needed to be better. They get two, so just half a dozen off the 15.
66 from 30, that's the equation. And Bishop alongside me.
And that is the first boundary for the St. Lucia Kings to stun silence since the sixth over of this innings. None in the middle overs, that's amazing. That's another one, much needed. Two in the over now, one from Aaron Jones, one from Ruston Chase. And that is his go-to, but Chase is on top of that as well. He sent him wide, but Chase chased it well. He goes straight. This is a magnificent over for the St. Lucia Kings. A regal group of stroke plays from Aaron Jones and Chase. And that will be 4. 27 off the over. Ruston Chase going guns here at Providence. 100 is up, 100 for 4. Saying to a colleague next door, Danny Morrison, make yourself indispensable. That's what Aaron Jones has done here tonight. And that is it. The St. Lucia Kings, at the third time of asking, have reached the promised land. Their ultimate conquest is now achieved. They are the Republic Bank CPL champions 2024.
Yes, indeed. You must be wondering I should be on break, right, until tomorrow afternoon, eh? But duty calls. I'm happy to be back after a month of, relaxation, etc., etc., etc. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever time it be you're part of the world. And of course, this is the man himself. I'm speaking of DJ Double G back in the building. It is so nice to be back. Yeah, I mean, and welcome to another edition of Down the Middle. Should I say down the middle? No, that's tomorrow. That's today. Yes, indeed, it is today. Speaking of which, I have my next troublemaker, of course, in studio with me, Mr. Jazzy Smith. Good evening, good afternoon to you, sir. How are you?
Good afternoon to you and all the listeners in Radio Land. We are back after a little bit of a, R&R. We are back.
Yes, indeed. How are you, sir?
Refreshed, energized, and happy.
Indeed. So, officially, you and I, we were having a conversation a couple of days ago, Aaron. We decided to do a bit of recap before the big recap in December, right? Before we head into
Right.
the official show starting next week, Saturday.
Yeah, we took about a month break, so let's do a little bit of a recap to get back on track.
I guess, of course, you listeners must be wondering, what was that clip about? Could you explain that clip? Sorry.
All right, so just before we went off break, if we can back your memory a bit, you will in the CPL and the matches were on the way. So the clip which we were greeted to was the finals between the Guyana Amazon Warriors, who have been in the finals a lot of times. I think the Guyana Amazon Warriors have been in the finals more than any other team out there.
Indeed.
And the Kings, who it is their third finals, been able to pull off the trophy 2024.
Yes, sir.
So that was the clip.
Indeed. With, of course, the star of the show again, like he did in the World Cup, Mr. Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Aaron Jones. I mean, he had a wonderful performance in this match. For those, let me just pull you up on the backstory. Between him and Darren Sammy, which is the coach, they were having a little bit of a chit chat and so forth. And for those who were not watching the entire series, will realize that Aaron Jones hadn't had much of a bat, and he had only 2 strikes in the bat, and I think his highest was 8. So there's this talk going on, about his performance and so on and so forth. I'd be like, nah, don't worry, Darren Sammy. We got it in the cover. I'll bring you your trophy, and we'll bring it home. So don't worry about it. We good. And when we go in for cup, Aaron Jones came to deliver with the man himself, Chase. They were able to, no pun intended, chase down, 72 runs. In 26 balls.
If you were paying attention to the clip, you would have heard the great Ian Bishop saying that Ruston Chase chased that delivery.
Yeah, I heard it. That's exactly why I picked it up.
Indeed.
That's exactly why I picked it up.
I just think that Aaron Jones, based on what I'm seeing for the couple of games he played with Ruston Chase, they both do gel together.
Yeah, I would agree.
Especially when it comes to the running between the wickets.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, a lot of persons believe in sixes and fours. And if you have heard Ian Bishop also in the commentary, he said there was a specific
Yeah.
boundary that was struck, and he said that boundary was the first after 6 overs.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the running between the wickets since the last boundary into that one.
Yeah.
Mr. Sammy,
Keep
you are
to keep.
exactly to keep the scoreboard ticking. And I'm saying, for anybody who is listening out there who knows Mr. Darren Sammy, he knows what running between the wickets look like. And he is the coach of the St. Lucia Kings, which means you need to transfer that into the West Indies lineup, sir.
Well said.
I mean, but I was actually, while I was editing the clip this morning, I was actually on a call with someone, and I said that Ian Bishop is the only man that history has repeated itself more than once. Why? Because in 2013, he was the man who did the final delivery. 2014, 2015, technically almost all the finals, including the World Cup 2016 for male and female and the under-19 teams. He was the man who did the commentary when the Carlos Brathwaite situation. He was the man.
Remember the man himself, Carlos Brathwaite. Yes.
Indeed.
All right, but now he's in commentary. Well,
but the point I'm making is he did the final delivery when Carlos Brathwaite struck those 4 sixes. He did the commentary when the West Indies female team won the World Cup in 2016. He was the man who did the final delivery when Kemo Paul struck that final delivery to win the under-19 World Cup. And he's the man today to do so again. And I'm sure he was the man, if my memory serves me right, who did the final delivery against India and South Africa in the T20 Men's World Cup 2020.
Well, to use a cricket term, Ian Bishop is a night watchman.
Exactly. And trust me, he holds that position with extreme pleasure. No disrespect to Frazir Mohammed or Michael Holding or any other commentators for that matter.
Maybe it's an established rule that we don't know of. That Ian Bishop has to be the guy to do deliveries.
Not only that, but if you realize he has the voice to do. I mean, of course, you have commentators out there who, have the voice for commentary, but look at an Andrew Mason, for example. When sixes and fours are struck, you get a different Andrew Mason compared to when he's doing a ball that went for 2s and 3s and 1, compared to a ball being struck for 6 or 4. That's the very same thing with Ian Bishop.
Yeah,
and especially
when you're doing radio commentary, that whole voice matters, eh?
Exactly, it does. It does.
So,
The female World Cup T20 2024. The semi-finals actually took place.
yeah.
With the West Indies sneaked out a victory
Team
against England, and
England.
they haven't beaten England since 2018.
Oh,
So, doing that, entered into the semi-finals, and they faced who?
yeah.
Who
They
did they?
entered it. They went to the against New Zealand.
Exactly. Do you have the scores with you?
Just give me a second, because I was still on CPL. Oh, but yeah, so basically, New Zealand made 128 for 9 in their allotted 20 overs, and the West Indies could have only mustered 120 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs.
Which means they dropped short by what? Some 8 runs?
8 runs.
My.
They missed the finals by 8 runs.
My. And there is no and coincidentally, it was Ian Bishop again. It was Ian Bishop again who did the final couple of deliveries.
Yeah, I always say that Ian Bishop is an established role, man. We don't know.
My question is,
That
I don't know exactly.
so big.
My question is, I don't know exactly how he does it for the CPL and for the World Cup.
Well, let's just say his pocket is. He has a lucky charm somewhere, you know. He does an established role. There's a convention, something.
He did. And then, of course, it was Australia against South Africa, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying in the match between Australia and South Africa, Australia made 134 for 5 in their 20 overs, and South Africa made 125 for the loss of 2 wickets in 17.2 overs.
Well. I was actually saying while you had some difficulties there that the mighty India did not make it to the semi-finals.
Yeah, they did not make it to the semi-finals, and without said, they won't be in the finals.
Exactly. Of course, I guess they wanted the double this year, like the West Indies got triple in 2016, but unfortunately, it wasn't to be. India winning the World Cup against South Africa, well, I wouldn't say comfortably, like I said. So of course, South Africa gave them a run for their money, you would say, some months ago.
Well, you can see South Africa has been having a good year. They have been in the finals as a second time.
Indeed.
You know, so let's see if they're able to pull off the trophy.
Of course, this is and so with England being knocked out, India being knocked out, the West Indies being knocked out of the World Cup, it is now down to New Zealand and Australia.
New Zealand and South
Africa. It is down now to South Africa and New Zealand, which, like I said to you off air, I wish South Africa did not go through again. For one reason and one reason only.
Yeah, we know.
And even if they did go through, which they have, I would want them to face India again for one reason. For the fact that India actually took the trophy for the males. And it would be nice to see India and South Africa go again at it. Just to see if the females can do better than the males. Well,
that's a dream for me too.
Well, South Africa still have a dream because they're in the finals.
Yeah, I mean India.
Well, India, it's a total different thing. So, I don't know.
But the match is tomorrow. So we will see what happens in the finals. Which is actually being played in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. That's where the tournament is being held.
Unfortunately, listeners, we're unable to bring you live commentaries because of the time difference and where it is being held. So, but of course,
yeah.
You know us, you know me. I will get the information to you just the same, even if it takes a day or two. Because of course, our tagline says what, sir?
Zollywood Universe, where the magic happens. Zollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
Indeed.
We always make the magic happen.
Yes, indeed. We do indeed. We do indeed. So, with that said, where do you want to go, sir?
Alright, so with that said, I will speak of, the homecoming for Julian Alfred, our Olympian.
Well, before we get there, of course, let me do this.
More hits, more music, more
Zollywood Radio.
hits. Hey, listen, this is new hit music non-stop. Every day, every night, non-stop.
Zollywood Radio.
This is
Zollywood Radio.
The radio station that plays you nothing but the best music.
On Zollywood Radio.
The radio station that plays you nothing but the best music.
Zollywood Radio.
The best music on the best station.
On Zollywood Radio.
The best music on the best station.
Zollywood Radio on the magic happens.
You're listening to one of the best internet radio stations around.
On Zollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
You're listening to one of the best internet radio stations around. You're listening to
Zollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
The whole grand radio.
Good night, judges. Lovely to see you. All around the country have endless guns. In the night I can't sleep, they're shooting rounds. Every gunman boasting he have the biggest gun. Whether it's in Castries or somewhere out of town. Police say that then rehab ratata. Claudius claimed that he have a bazooka. But it's my opinion that our biggest gun is Julian Alfred out of Cicero. She shooting like a bullet across the track, Miss Juju. A trigger she pulling and she will crack them for true. Shooting like a star with confidence, raising up her bar of excellence on a flying carpet, hitting every target, shooting on the run, the Juju gun. Not too long from now, when Olympics start, tell Paris she coming, with big gun coming, Juju, Juju, Juju on the track, lighting up St. Lucian Heart. Tell Paris she coming, Juju, Juju, with big gun coming.
One night like Lenten, peas and Spanish rice, and a glass of Moby with 6 block lines, so we gotta play it twice. Read him again!
Yes, sir.
Yes, brother.
You were not expecting that, were you?
No, but it suits the moment.
Indeed. Indeed. So, Julian Alfred it is. What can you tell us about Julian Alfred, sir?
Alright, so she had a homecoming tour. It started on the 24th, which was a Tuesday. She arrived on the Tuesday. She landed at the Euro International Airport. She was greeted by various people in parliament, ministers, and so on and so forth. There was a short, introductory ceremony, and from there, we started 6 hours. We started at 3. She came at 2, and between there and the ceremony, short ceremony, finished at 3, and the motorcades went free, and they did not finish until 9 in the evening. So it was a 6-hour-long motorcade journeying from the south to the most northern part of the island, and we had a lot of, St. Lucians who were very, animated, to see Julian Alfred, to shake her hands, was a complimentary to pictures and so on and so forth. There was a few occasions that she got off the motorcade vehicle and actually walked. One of them being in a home store, which is here in the so she actually walked through that community.
Could you repeat what you just said? You kind of...
Okay, sorry. I'm saying that and she walked in to her hometown, which is Cicero, as you would read on the music. She actually walked through a community.
Okay.
Right, so that was the introductory. Then the Wednesday, we had, it was basically for the schools. We had an event in Denry, and we had another event at the Super Stadium. Those were more for the school children and to get them, involved in the whole Julian Alfred stuff, and to showcase that the youth have a same potential of reaching excellence on international stage. Right. Then we transitioned into Thursday. It was an unveiling of a painting, a mural of Julian Alfred at the Cicero RC. I think it is. Yeah, but Cicero School. That's the first school that she attended, primary level. There was an unveiling of the mural. Again, there was another performance and so forth, trust ceremony and so forth. And then we move on into the big day, which was actually the 27th, which was a national holiday for us. We got that holiday off, and there was a big concert at the Darren Sammy cricket ground, and it didn't disappoint. We had all different kind of performances and so forth, which culminated with the, let's say, corporate sponsors, making various pledges to what they would give Julian Alfred. Some gave money to a foundation, the Julian Alfred Foundation. Some gave her money personally. There was one who actually gave funded for to build an entire gym, and so forth. Right? And when it came to the higher ups, the ministers and so forth, it was happy to see that everybody would took part in that Olympics. Because I think one of the things that we mentioned in previous shows is that what the Olympics people are getting paid for their hard work and efforts. It's something that we had extensive conversation on this before. Our government gave each Olympian 25,000. That's the three others who were part of the delegation. They gave them $25,000. The coach, who were instrumental in getting Julian Alfred ready for the international stage, so to speak, he got some. He'll be getting a house, a property to put a house on, and so forth. And then when it came to Julian Alfred, he gets the renaming of the Macmillan Highway into the Julian Alfred Highway, which will be a statue at the end of that highway, which is there's a roundabout there, so a statue will be erected there. She's going to get $1 million, a piece of property again. There's going to be a stamp, with a picture on it and so forth. So all in all, and there are still many other corporate sponsors who did not actually pledge on the day, but who would might pledge, after the fact. So I think, all in all, was a nice ceremony and so forth. Julian Alfred got the recognition that she deserved as a first-time Olympic medal for St. Lucia. And, I hope that, support that she gets from her home country, inspires her, and others like her to do great things and bring more trophies and medals to the St. Lucia cabinet, I should say. Watch this.
Indeed. So, Julian Alfred made St. Lucia a proud country. Of course, winning their first ever medal in the World Cup, and such bringing home glory to
silver and gold
to St. Lucia, and in return, of course, getting the true rewards she deserves. I keep saying to myself over and over, and I've said it on multiple shows, not just here, but anywhere I go, is that one thing I've learned in life is that you need to appreciate something, even if it's the simplest thing they've ever done, because you never know when that person will need your assistance.
So true.
And you never know exactly when you will need that person's assistance.
Exactly.
So, in this case, Julian Alfred, they always say encouragement sweeten labor, yeah? So,
yeah.
Of course, this will push her now hard enough, to say to herself, listen, St. Lucia appreciate who I am, what I did, which means I will do the best I can for St. Lucia.
As they would say, there is no excuse, I need to give it my all.
Exactly. Look on the great Doctor, the Most Honorable Usain St. Leopold, Shelley Ann Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson, Asafa Powell, for example. All these persons, Veronica Campbell, Bridget Foster Hilton, the whole team, a lot of these persons have not gotten the recognition they deserve. Of course, naming the track off, after Usain Bolt at the University of the West Indies is
something to say.
Something, but of course, what about Shelley Ann Fraser? Of course, what about?
I would just to weigh on this thing. There was a discussion, which was there. There was, Twatney, which is Twatney models. That's what it says real again, but that's the nickname that they gave him. Because he has, from time to time has, in terms of the track and field, events have had a lot of great people under his wings. And, there was some statement that said, okay, we know what he can produce. Why do we have to, reward, him each and every single time? That's somebody that he, mentored, developed, that reached the great stage. And in my thinking was like, it doesn't care. I don't care how many. I don't care how many times he succeeds. Well, if he succeeds every time, and acknowledge he succeeds every time. So if he had 100 athletes under his belt, and 90 of them, made it acknowledge him every single time, there is no point in that. What you do might not be as big as the first one, but at least give him the acknowledgement that he deserves.
See, that's the difference between every other sports and the West Indies. Because we acknowledge West Indies even when they lost a match. Or we acknowledge them when they win a match. Why can't we do the very same thing with our coaches? Why can't we do the very same thing with our athletes? Why can't we do the very same thing with our footballers? Why can't we do the very same thing with our netballers?
Exactly.
It takes every single thing. Ask a Usain Bolt. Ask Elaine Davis. Ask a Jermaine Tuffy Anderson or a Walter Boyd or or Nandi Lowe. Ask all these personals who've done things. Ask Alison Felix. Ask Tyson Gay. All of these persons go through training, go through injuries, go through different diet settings, go through hell as it regards to a lot of coaches. These coaches go through a lot of hell with these athletes. Award them, reward them. Great Glenn Mills from the Racers Track Club, or the man himself, what's his name now? He was once Shelley Ann's coach, Mr. Francis. All of these coaches go to, for example, Johan Blake, for example. How many times has Johan Blake missed training? Do you know? I can tell you as a previous coach myself. Do you know how many times training has been called and no athletes show up, or no personals show up?
I could well imagine it.
Do you know how many times athletes show up but give
And the
problems?
coaching show.
So you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Me, myself, was coached. Do you know how many problems I've given coaches?
Exactly.
Do you know how many problems athletes has given me? The point is, we need to acknowledge, give credit where credit is due. That's all I'm saying.
And all around credits, from the coach who mentor the developer to the athlete themselves. Because as we say, it takes a team, no matter whether it's a team sport like football, volleyball, basketball, or individual person good at the track. There's still a support staff who has to ensure that person is at their best to run 100 meters within 10 seconds.
Exactly.
Okay? So give everybody what they deserve, and then you get more out of it. If we have to treat each day like it's Christmas, then treat everyone like it's Christmas. Like it's Christmas, no problem. But if we do not acknowledge the people that we have, and we take them for granted, and we believe that, okay, this is what they're supposed to do, then we're going to lose even the persons that we already have.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing as I'm supposed to do this, right? Because when I don't do it, then what happens? You understand? So it's a team effort, and we need to do what we need to do. Even at the ceremony on the Friday, there was a parade of the national team for various sports. You had basketball, volleyball, golf, and cricket, and everything. You had a parade. You had a parade of the national teams.
Exactly.
So you understand. Let us start doing what we need to do as a Caribbean, because we have seen the talent bloom among the Caribbean. Look at Grenada, which other island? I forget. Dominica. They got. I think Dominica also got their first medal at the Olympics.
Exactly.
So let's give people what they deserve, and we know we are fighting against a hill. So when they reach that hill, let's not take them for granted.
Well,
exactly. Let's not take them for granted.
Say again?
I said, let's not take them for granted. We know they're fighting up against a hill.
Exactly.
So when they reach that hill, don't say, oh boy, hold a minute, okay. Close your eyes and walk over.
I don't know, but we just need to acknowledge whoever needs to be acknowledged.
Whoever needs to be given.
Because if you were in their shoes, of course, you would have wanted acknowledgement. And if they don't, you would be the one to say, oh, I did this and I did that and I deserve this and I did. They are saying the very same thing.
Exactly. Everybody wants their 5 minutes of fame.
Exactly.
Give it to them. Give it to them. No matter who it is, give them some attention and some recognition.
I always say this. If anybody and everybody who knows me knows I'm a person who likes to give credit. But guess what? when it comes to the opposition, when it comes to the opposite, in terms of me to be getting credits, that's one of the hardest things for people to do.
You see, the thing is this, my friend, we all want to receive, but we don't want to give. But if you give it to receive it, if you give it, somebody else will give you. But if you keep it to yourself, then you expect somebody else to give you credit?
Well, a lot of people look at life this way, mister. If I give you something, I expect it from you, not from no one else.
Exactly.
So if I give you, I expect it from you. If you give me, you expect
Then you
it from
expect
me.
it from me.
That's not how it works in life. Because a lot of times people who you expect to return things are not the ones who do so. And the ones who you expect to do so are not the ones who do so.
Yeah, life is stranger, but we continue to. But as athletes, as persons who are doing what we do, a lot of us, like that's what they always say, do it because of the love. Once you love what you do, you find that motivation to keep on going. Because a lot of the times, people don't even know that you exist.
Exactly.
They don't. They really don't. Exactly. And it's only when you go out on the big stage and you do what you're supposed to do, you will say, brother, we got 2 Nobel laureates, we got an Olympic medal, and so on and so on and so forth. But when you start to ask, get out to the brass tacks of things, what was your level of contribution to getting to where he or she is right now?
Exactly.
Nothing.
There's nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
But that he is a big person, he has reached there. Saying that you have been part of the passport or since 19 or not.
DJ Lex actually sent a message. Good afternoon to you, sir. He says, not everyone looks at life the way we do.
Well, so true, eh?
Exactly.
So true.
Not everyone looks at life the way we do. But at the end of the day, life must go on, eh? All I'm saying is give credit where credit is due.
Yeah, give credit where credit is due. And speaking about credits, I am eagerly waiting for our second decade, probably of the year, when the Kings come down. I'm not sure when they're coming down. Some people believe that the motorcade will happen soon, but I'm guessing that after the whole Julian Fred, the government was like, well, guys, we need to bring back, we got it too much.
It doesn't hurt if the males and it doesn't hurt if the males and females celebrate together. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I'm guessing at some point in time there will be a motorcade for them. So look forward to that. We as the Caribbean people, we love to party. So I know there's going to be a big party somewhere in St. Lucia. So look forward to that. But it's all about acknowledging and giving and stuff. But I think with this whole Julian Alfred, momentum, I think the Zooks, caught onto that momentum. And
well, they are stars for a reason.
Yeah. So I feel like, man, this is our year, and we will do this thing. We'll do this, even when we were getting tough, and stuff like that. Nah, we're gonna get over this line. That's some years that are your years, my brother, and that's some years you just need to be like, okay, that's not my year.
Well, and look exactly who they won the Caribbean Premier League under. Darren Sammy, a man who is a 2-time defending champions of the World Cup. Well, A man who, of course, being a player twice on 2 winning teams.
Yeah, but brought the trophy home, so that speaks to his experience.
You need to carry over the same thing for the West Indies, sir. As a coach. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just say.
Just saying.
Indeed. Well, of course, with that said, just saying, we need to take a time check. So, let's do this. Of course, you're still locked in and loaded inside of Down the Middle. Of course, my name is DJ Double G, coming back off my my small break, 24 hours earlier than usual, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? And of course, you're still locked in and loaded to Down the Middle with myself, of course, DJ Double G and Jazzy Smith. With no further ado, let's do this.
So tune in tight, don't you dare miss a beat. Boss dollar bills dropping knowledge on the street.
The Money Drive with Boss Dollar Bill. Only on Zollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
Now hear this. Sunset low, worries drifting away. Sollywood Radio's here to brighten your day. The upper deck's open, DJ Double G's at the helm. Reggae vibes flowing like a soothing island realm. Island beats and classics guaranteed to unwind. Sollywood Radio, leaving all your troubles behind. The upper deck sailing on a cruise. DJ Double G spinning tunes to make you move. So kick back, relax, let the rhythm take hold. Sollywood Radio, where the good times unfold. The upper deck with DJ Double G, only on Sollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
Every Saturday, 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. right here on Zollywood Radio, where the magic happens.
Yes, so nice. Yes, so nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
You're listening to DJ Double G.
Really? If it's not DJ Double G, I'm not interested.
No linger, ding dong. No linger, no linger, no linger. No linger, no linger, no linger. No linger, no linger, no linger, no linger, no linger, no linger. Them dancing style all outdated like dinga. Ding dong, come we show them fi do the no linger. Sweep your foot to the right and snap your finger. No linger, no linger. Them dancing style all outdated like dinga. Come we show them fi do the no linger. Sweep your foot to the left and snap your finger. No linger. Everybody free up on yourself. All the girl them way up out of your wind down window. But man a dance we no want see no hinder. Girl alone we want to know we when we a linger. So we step to Linda. Everybody a do it. From the kids them to the dancers to the thugs them in the street. Move your foot them to the left and to the right. Nobody cheat. Watch your bunch them a mix the linger with the gully creep. Things say Ellie, oh him so serious when them a dancing style all outdated like dinga. Ding dong, come we show them fi do the no linger. Sweep your foot to the right and snap your finger. No linger, no linger. Jamaica go create down a be a thing. The whole Austrian start sweep and the whole from racing. When the female runner them go out it was amazing. It's true we go create down a be a thing. It's like the whole bird nest stadium nearly caving. Austrian start sweep and the whole from racing. Six, and you shall find a right now I find a big truth. Hold it up again. Hold it I want to them bolt. Jamaica, Jamaica, Jamaica. Swear! The fastest runner them come from Jamaica. Swear! Jamaica, Jamaica. No linger, sweep them way just like a paper. History Jamaica go create down a Beijing. The whole Birdnest Stadium nearly cave in. Austrian start sweep and the whole crowd racing. When the female runner them go out, it was amazing. History we go create down a Beijing. It's like the whole Birdnest Stadium nearly cave in. Austrian start sweep and the whole crowd racing. Where the runner them from your lips, we like us here. Jamaica bigger and we better and we faster than before. Improved so much since 2004. Remember when we dominated all the world indoor over Athens, that year made that we got score. Jamaica down all over we Olympic team tweet. Look how much country face we and get defeat. When ball win the 100 meter, you not seeing tweet. Dance and give them a clean sweep. A history Jamaica go create down a Beijing. The whole Birdnest Stadium nearly cave in. Austrian start sweep and the whole crowd racing. When the female runner them go out, it was amazing. History we go create down a Beijing. It's like the whole Birdnest Stadium nearly cave in. Austrian start sweep and the whole crowd racing. Where the runner them from your lips, we like us here. Jamaica shot the world like country toes of old. Hussein a run, strike them like a lightning bolt. The tide is high, but we moving on like John Holt. Faster than a bullet coming from a 45 volt. The world say them shot, but we never surprised. Cause we know, say Jamaica have the fastest man alive. Coulda do the 100 meter 9.65. Buck up in a Shelly and a behind. A history Jamaica go create down a Beijing. The whole Birdnest Stadium nearly cave in. Austrian start sweep and the whole crowd racing. When the female runner them go out, it was amazing. History we go create down a Beijing.
Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. Of course, Elephant Man says Nolinga. And of course, the remix to that, he referred to the 9.58 clock by the Doctor, the Most Honorable Usain Saint Leopold in Beijing, China, in the Birdnest Stadium in the year 2008. And of course, shattered the record to lower it to 9.58 and then coming back and clocking some 19.30 to break the Ben Johnson's record of 19.32 in the 200 meters and then shattering it again, of course, some hours later to create history by clocking 19.19, and the closest man to ever go close to the record was, of course, the beast, Johan Blake, clocking 19.26 in 2009 in Berlin, Germany. Indeed. Mr. Smith. Well, of course, make that London and not Berlin, Germany. Yes, sir.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
So, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? This is what I mean when I say give credit where credit is due, and of course, take nothing from Shelley and Fraser Price, because of course, I think it was in 2012 or 2008, that very year, when the female team, the female 4x100 relay team, actually shattered the record as well and gave Jamaica gold in front of the US, featuring runners then like Alison Felix, Carmelita Jetta, and others. You know what I mean? I think that quartet who did the world record for the males, actually 2008, was Usain Bolt, Johan Blake, Asafa Powell, and of course Nesta Carter, who shattered the world record for the 4x1's relay male team that very year in 2008, Beijing, China, in the Birdnest Stadium. And then, of course, in London, 2012, it was the 1, 2, 3 triplets between Johan Blake, Warren Ware, and Usain Bolt, who gave us the 1, 2, 3 in the 200 meters finals in London 2012.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my brother.
So you said
Yes.
The next two finals of the Caribbean Premier League will be held in Barbados and
Okay, so like I was saying, can you guess where probably the next two finals for the CPL will be held? You want to take a guess?
Barbados and St. Lucia.
Like I said, you only have only one correct.
And that would be the Bajan.
Yeah, the Bajans.
Where would be the other?
Okay, it's Guyana will be hosting the 2025, so they will be holding, I guess, back-to-back finals.
Oh, that's strange.
And then Barbados will be
2026.
having the 2026.
Well. Has any Caribbean country hold back-to-back finals before?
I will have to check. I do not know.
Because, of course, Guyana Amazon Warriors technically played at their home for the finals.
Yeah.
And still managed to lose the finals.
Yep.
That's like the West Indies playing against England in their backyard and whitewashed.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, but of course, like I said,
I think one of the finals that the Kings, unfortunately, were the Kings at that time. The finals was there. They were in that finals, but didn't make it. But yeah, that's nice.
Well, they always say that the king is not crowned in his own country.
I guess so.
Hence, the kings were not crowned in the king's land, but in someone else's.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
they are stars in a different land.
Yeah. Stars and kings in a different land. Huh? Okay. Alright. There's one more article that I want to bring to your attention. Have you ever seen I know you were playing a song a while ago about Mr. Bravo. Doing Bravo.
Indeed.
Have you ever seen the man himself cry?
Dwayne Johnny Bravo being a crier? Or shedding a few tears? Probably in 2016 and 2012 when we won the World Cup. Probably.
Well, I guess those two tears were tears of joy, but I'm talking about
tears of sadness this time around.
Yeah.
Dwayne, a man of his caliber. Dwayne Johnny Bravo shedding tears of sadness.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that TKR did not make it to the semi-finals.
Not just that. They were beaten badly by the Kings.
Well. In that case, the king has handed down his judgment. What do you expect? and currently, isn't there a king who is ruling England right this minute?
Yeah.
Which means once the king drops his ruling, who dares to go against it?
Well, it was said that Mr. Bravo wept, as the Kings beat the TKR. My guess was 80 runs.
My God. A top champion like TKR being thrashed by almost 100 runs?
Yes, the top champions.
And of course, Dwayne Bravo was he a part of the team or was he some coaching staff?
I think he's part of the coaching side. I think something like my memory. Too many people to keep track. Yeah.
I know for a fact that I think Pollard is a part of their coaching staff.
Yeah. Yeah. So the champion himself wept.
Champion wept. Like Jesus wept.
Yes, he did.
Currently, as I speak, the rains are coming down.
Okay, I guess. Well, the only problem is that he's in Jamaica. I don't know what was the whipping amount, but okay then.
Well, I guess they're helping Mr. Bravo to weep.
A bit more.
So, why did he weep exactly?
No, I guess.
What did the article say specifically?
No, it's because of the fit. I guess that was too much for him to handle.
Do you have the article in front of you?
Yeah, I have the article in front of me.
Could you read a couple of Could you read a couple of? So
Okay,
the
just
world
give me one
in general can understand exactly why Mr. Dwayne Johnny Bravo, the man who calls himself champion in 2016, who created that famous track I just played earlier, champion, after the West Indies won the World Cup in 2016.
Okay, so it says caption: Dwayne Bravo walks off the field after retiring out. It says that the Kings, who made 218 for 6 in the 20 overs, Johnson Charles 59, Rafi Casey 59, Kieran Pollard 4 for 38, beat TKR because they bowled out TKR for 158 in their run trace. Dwayne Bravo wept when he retired as the Trinbago Night Raptors TKR last wicket to give the St. Lucia Kings an 80-run victory at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tobago.
So it was a case where he was not stumped, he was not bowled, he was not caught. He retired hurt.
Yeah.
Hence, with no one else to come after him.
Yeah, it was all over.
I need to find that clip and play it. I need to find that TKR clip. That match, that final match between St. Lucia and TKR.
Yeah.
I need to find it and edit it.
So basically, to pull. I think he retired. I think he had some injury whilst he was fielding. After 7 over the Kings innings, at to place hit a kill Joseph over the extra cover. Bravo was running back and held his stamina. He was in tears from that point as he sat in the tent of the field. So I guess when he came to bats, he was not necessarily.
I guess he wasn't expecting. I guess he was expecting the TKR to roll over the Stars before he steps on the pitch.
Yeah, and it is said that he is also retiring from professional cricket after this season, and the last the last match against the Guyana Amazon Warriors, I guess would be his last.
So he has called it quits on his entire career as it regards to cricket. Is that what you're saying?
I think professional.
So for the listeners out there, he won't play any Caribbean Premier League. He won't play. Of course, he's not playing for the West Indies, and of course, he won't be playing for any other leagues around the world. He has called his career quits. As of when?
This season.
As of the end of the Caribbean Premier League.
Yeah. So that. But the article is in the group Twitter. Let's go back and pick it up.
I will surely do so. I am thinking of before the year is done, because you've always heard me mention Rayon Campbell, one of my texts. He is a man who always speaks highly of Dwayne Bravo. So I will see if I can try and have him for at least 10-15 minutes on the show before the year is done. He's a very busy kid, but let's see exactly what can happen.
Yeah, let's see if the magic can happen.
But a man of his stature and caliber, Dwayne Bravo, cries. Well, that is something for the world to digest.
Yeah.
That is something for the world to digest.
Yeah. Indeed. All right then, my friend. I think this is all that I have in store for today.
Well, I think this is where I also take my leave a bit early than usual, which happens to be some 44 minutes before time. But next week, same time, same place, we will give you a comprehensive show, because of course that is when the official show starts next week Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m. JA, 2 to 4 Eastern Standard, of course, right here on Zollyhood Radio, where the magic happens. And of course, join me officially tomorrow, where I come back for my stint after my month-long break for the show we calls, of course, the oldies but goodies. Of course, we do this every Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. JA. That's 7 to 10 Eastern Standard, 1 to 4 a.m. South African, 2 to 5 a.m. Kenyan time, right here on Zollyhood Radio. This is exactly how I leave you.